Good day, all you beautiful dreamers, keepers, and reptile enthusiasts. It's the conductor with Sky High Morse, rolling with Show Me Reptiles. So today, it's the little pop up podcast. We got a little special guest, but before we bring him out, let's go ahead and shout out everybody that's out in the chat. Wayne, Kryptonite Dreams, thank you for coming out, buddy. Then, of course, I'm thanking everybody for coming out. Then you got Brad Buddy from Frontline Reptiles. Thanks for coming out, bud. You got Chris from Untamed and Unhinged. Thanks for coming out. Let's see who else we got here. Rylan, how you doing? Thank you for coming out. Mac O'Morse, thanks for coming out. Got Texas Made Morse. Thank you. And we also have the Missouri Rattery. Thank you for coming out. And it looks like that's everybody that's come out tonight. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring out my guest. You might have already seen him on the network already, but this is Mark Anderson. Oh, Mark. What an intro with the hand to the camera. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted? Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Are you muted? Oh, it looks like we might be having some technical difficulties. Hold on. Going to see if he comes out and comes back in, if that'll help. You guys can the chat hear me? Can you guys hear me good? Well, guys, while we wait, can give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on. So right now, we are going to be out in Schaumburg vending in October. I'm very excited for that. We are going to be going to a brand new Show Me Reptile show. Oh, here's Mark. Let's see if that helps.
Hey, I hear everybody now.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Great. As I was just telling them, guys, we are going to be heading out to a new reptile out in Opryland, the Opryland Reptile Show. So, it looks like we got the general backstage too. I'll pull him out in a minute if he would like to come out. But with that, as I was saying, Mark Anderson is our special guest tonight. So, Mark, how you doing?
Super excited to be here. I'm good. Another Friday.
Yes. So I do have some video clips pulled up. I have some stuff from St. Louis that unfortunately you weren't able to make it, Mark, which was an amazing show. But I wanted to show the audience a little bit of the fun that we have out there in St. Louis. So I'm going to roll this clip real quick. Yeah, that was so fun going out.
It looked like fun.
Oh man. Now I know the general's backstage, and I know he's seen that Mata Mata turtle. Oh, seeing that there at that show was honestly amazing. Like I never expected to see an animal like that, especially in that rarity. You never see modern turtles, especially around where I'm at. So seeing that there was, oh my god, that was amazing. And knowing the general took it home with him.
That's awesome. Yes.
Then in that clip, if you seen, we went to this park, right? It was Saturday. The show was Sunday. We got in a little early, so we meet up and we're like, well, what the hell are we going to do? Excuse my language, but so we're like, all right, well, let's take a little ride. Took a little ride, seeing this sign for a park, and that pulled off into this park. As we're driving down this road, we come across this beautiful lake, and that sunset is just about to be setting and everything. So I keep driving down this road, and we see like this jungle gym up in the trees, and that I'm like, what the hell, man? What the general? Oh, where did the general go? Oh, but anyways, that because I was just about to pull him out, but me and the general's looking up at this like, how can we get up there? All right, like we're looking everywhere, like we see little entryways like up to this jungle gym, but there's nobody around. There's no ladder to get up there, or anything. So we're scoping this stuff out, and oh, the general's just left again. God dang it, he must be having technical difficulties. But we're like, we want to climb this, and it was so sweet. Like they had like a rope bridge with the little planks just hanging on two little ropes where you had to walk across, stuff like that. They had little zip lines going through from tree to tree. Like at one point they had a zip line that zip lined up to a platform. Then you got off the platform, and there was like this rope net like thing hanging that you had to like shimmy across. It was crazy.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, I wish we would have been able to go on it. Like, because yeah, it looks so fun. And then like I said, then the show itself the next day, just the top, like the icing on the cake, man. So I do have another one of St. Louis, more of the show. So I would like to play that one real quick.
Let's see it.
Yeah. So as you can see in that video, it was pretty dang packed there at the show.
It looked really packed.
A lot of people coming going. I seen a lot of animals move. I don't know if the general's able to come out yet. He is still looking like he's having technical difficulties, but it was amazing. Are you there, General?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Hey.
It seemed like
I can't stay on for very long. We just finished setting up for the Springfield show, but I wanted to go in real quick because we're all out eating Mexican, and I'm going to go in and show you everybody that came out with us real quick if you guys got a second.
yeah, we got a second.
Yes,
Just some show me family out here, dude. This place is cool.
it looks cool. Colorful.
So how long did it take you guys to get set up?
So we got Scott, Emma, David, Amy, Lindsay, Chase, Eric, Jake, and Orion.
The whole crew.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show.
So yeah, we're all just getting. We're working on being famous. We weren't going to be anything without Orion. You made the shot, dude. So yeah, we're all just up here we bulldogged over a whole little party room, and we're just having some fun, guys. It's what it's all about.
Man, so Steve, do you remember that jungle gym thing that was up in the trees out there at St. Louis?
It was like the Great Ape Escape or something, Mark. We were trying everything we could to figure out a way to get up them trees, but
Oh, God.
they had them so broccoli topped. We're bringing a
Yeah.
rope next time, dude. I don't even know if I can climb the rope in gym class anymore, but I'm willing to give it the old college try,
Right?
dude.
We got our dad
Uh,
bods now.
it looked cool. It looked cool.
And then those deer that just came out of nowhere, like come
But
out
you
of
know, here's
nowhere.
the other thing. I don't know if he shared much of the story, but let me tell you the part of the story that I remember. We entered this park with like 3 minutes before the gate closed, and we found this ape thing and then got lost in the woods. I don't know how we didn't get locked in there, but if we would have made it up on that, we'd probably still be in St. Louis,
Yeah,
dude.
That's crazy.
and here's a picture of the lady.
Yeah. That's a big old stick.
Yeah, yeah. We had some fun, dude. We had some fun.
Oh,
We
oh,
always do.
you want to talk about a big old stick? There you go.
Hey, I've been waiting for the conductor to make that levitate and fly off. He promised me it was gonna happen.
I,
Some
I've
I'm
been
Harry
ready.
Potter
really
stuff.
I've
I'm
been
ready to
working so
see it.
hard, but
And then yeah, I heard you mention the Mata Mata, dude. I was just so thrilled about getting that and bringing it in.
oh well, finding it there is like finding a dang diamond in the rough, man.
Well, that
Seriously,
dude's coming to this show too. He was all excited to find out I was going to be down here. So let's see if he brings that other one because he told me that he does indeed have
that
another one at the house.
that
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my baby right there. We named her Scarlet because of how much red she has on her throat and underside.
eh,
Beautiful.
like then that
Yeah.
like
I love that
yeah,
picture, dude. I love that shot. That was a good shot.
Classic.
and just there you go. Dan.
Hey, did your box show up, Mark?
I'll go check the mail. I didn't even check.
Dude, it's got to be there any day. I want your boy to be there when
Here-
you open that up.
Oh, he'll be excited.
Yeah, and just to show you a little bit of us getting lost.
Oh, hey, dude, you know what? I,
It was
it's
so
kind of cool.
fun.
It's kind of cool to me that you're sharing those because Mark, me and Brian have so much fun when we're together. When he shows that little picture, it takes me to that little moment where we were at, you know. I don't know, he probably doesn't have it, but how about the fake fire that we were saying? Yeah, that's us trying to find out how to get up that damn tree
Yeah.
25, 30 foot in the air. I thought for sure we were gonna break a leg.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, it was so much fun. Like I had a blast. I can't wait till the next one. And when is at the Opryland?
I don't know, but that's going to be a good one. It sounds like there's going to be a few of us that are trying to corral up out there at the Opryland show. Colubrid Fest is Mark, if you can, dude, and
Oh,
it's not close. I know it's not close, but dude, Colubrid Fest, bro,
hey. It's
Yeah,
soon, right?
it's in Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, it even sounds like a long distance for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm right on the ocean on the west coast.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's what we think of when it's like Oregon. Oh my God, dude. Isn't that in Canada?
almost feels like it.
So,
man.
well,
I
hey
went
guys,
cycling this morning. It
I'm
was
gonna
fun.
slide behind the scenes, conductor. We got our
Yeah.
food coming. I'm gonna go in here and have some fun with the Show Me
All right.
family.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for letting me
Sounds good.
slide in, dude.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I figured you were the best person to talk to about all that. But all right, Mark. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some questions I have for you. So what inspires you to start doing the Reptile Shed podcast?
What you guys. You guys reached out to me and wanted, and I do like social media content every day anyway. So when you guys reached out to me, I was like, absolutely. And it's all new, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But I can tell you that I have hundreds of thousands of hours of listening to different podcasts. I love Trap Talk podcast. That one's my favorite, and there's a few other favorites too. And yeah, so I mean, just to do a podcast, it's kind of like an honor, and it's just having fun with it, you know.
All right. And what is your goal behind your podcast as far as content?
Just bring people on, give them a chance to have the spotlight, you know, whether they're had the spotlight before or not had the spotlight. I want to bring different experiences to the show. I have a few water monitors so I can, you know, show different behavior and, you know, help with socialization and all that kind of stuff with them. Lots of
Okay.
different content.
Right. And you also do a lot of herping as well outside, right?
Oh yeah, and then like I said earlier, I went tide pooling this morning, so it was low tide at 11 o'clock, and so we went out and found a bunch of starfish and gum boots and a bunch of stuff. Fish. We were looking for octopus, but we couldn't find any. Not this.
No. Now you guys ain't got to worry about like those, what are they, the blue ringed octopuses that are like pretty,
No,
like,
those are tropical in Australia, like in the Great Barrier Reef. So,
I thought so. And that, so
but
what,
I'd have a pet one. That would be awesome.
now what kind of like octopus or let's say starfish and that is around in your area?
So I've had video of octopus and stuff on my Facebook and Instagram, but yeah, there's the Pacific giant octopus over here, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cold water, so we have also like orcas, great white sharks, lots of whales, salmon sharks. We have lots of salmon, lots of steelhead. It's a oceanic rainbow trout essentially, so they have the same life cycle as salmon, and they go out to the ocean with their trout, and then they come back. So that's
Right.
really cool. Yeah, as far as other marine life, there's all the starfish, gum boots. You can find all kinds of things. Seals, you just find seal pups or seals, or
All right.
there's elephant seals here, stellar sea lions. It's crazy. You can find all kinds of stuff. And you go out on the sand dunes in the beach like early in the mornings, out on like the side by sides and stuff. You can find all kinds of stuff that washes ashore. So much stuff.
See, we ain't got nothing like that around here where I'm at. Like in the city, like deep in the city. And I mean, Toledo ain't a huge city or anything like, let's say, like New York or Chicago or anything like that. But we don't have like really big parks or anything like that. It's really flat around I'm at. So I don't got much, and we do have a lake, and we have Lake Erie, which I'm by, which is one of the big Great Lakes, and you would think we would get a lot of sea life and stuff. We don't like it's kind of sad that when I was a kid, now I used to be able to go down to the river and go herping and flip over boards and find all kinds of milk snakes, king snakes, or not. No, I'm sorry, not king snakes, but milk snakes, corn snakes, um, bull snakes, and gardener snakes was like around us, and we also had water snakes. Now it's really hard to find a snake in our area. If you do, it's usually either a house snake or a gardener snake. You
Most
don't.
wildlife, like, have you noticed, like, if you drive, I don't know, say that you drive across the state, right? Like, you hardly hit any bugs on your windshield anymore.
Yeah,
And it's like, where'd they all go, you know?
I
Yeah.
will agree that that is true with all the traveling I do. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. Like we're killing our own planet and the natural wildlife that's around us. That's why when we were at that park with Steve out in St. Louis, and like, we have nothing like that around here, and yeah, we have deer. I do see deer all the time around where I'm at, but the deer there, when they came out right in the middle of the field, like me and Steve and my wife's talking, just like me and you are talking, and we're like kind of being loud, and they're just like, it's nothing, like we're not even there. I'm like,
Oh my gosh. We have
Wow.
deer that run here in town. We have bears, cougars. There's
Yes.
every-
The biggest mammal we have is a deer. Um, we don't have anything that really hunts the deer around here. We do have coyotes, but they don't hunt the deer. Raccoons, possums.
I think they reintroduced wolves in Oregon too, so that's pretty cool.
See, yeah, like, and that's why me and my wife wants to get out of Ohio so bad. Like,
I live in a
Ohio,
city called Lakeside, so I live right on the lake, and I found a dead beaver the other day. I was like, "This is crazy."
I'll say this about Ohio. All right, if you want a state that you don't have to worry about no poisonous or venomous, like there's no real poisonous plant matter besides like poison oak or poison ivy, but no big like, oh my god, this is going to fucking kill me, and that if it rubs against me type shit. If you're not you don't want to worry about any kind of venomous insects or venomous snakes or reptiles. Ohio's the place for you.
That's no fun. The last guy I had, Raphael, on the podcast, on my podcast from Indonesia. He has all this spinning cobras and everything in his house. I'm like, that's insane. Just going through his chicken coop, and they have tigers like right out there. And I'm like, I can't
And
even imagine.
Marcus and Tiffany, I'm almost guarantee you, if I come down to where you're at, I will never go back. Same with if I go out to Missouri where Steve's at, like I won't come back. Like
I won't come back.
no, like the most exciting thing that happens in Ohio. All right, and I'm dead serious. The most exciting thing is we might get a tornado or two once in a blue moon. That's about it. Like we don't get earthquakes. We don't get no big floods or anything like that. We don't get no kind of natural
Yeah, all
disaster.
of it.
Like
Tsunamis. We had a tsunami warning one time a few months ago, probably like 5 months ago, and I didn't know if I had to evacuate all my animals. The whole town was like evacuating, went to high ground. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here. Like I got my animals ready to go, evacuate, got subs ready, got a big old bus, motorhome ready. Like I
see,
was
no,
ready to go.
not here. Yeah, you see, man, and it's weird to say. Like, I wish some kind of event would happen around here, but no, Ohio's probably one of the most mundane states ever. And it's cool to live here because of it. It's more laid back, more chill, and everything. But at the same time, there's nothing to do.
I want to move over there on the East Coast eventually.
And yeah, like I went to Colorado one time, and dude, I loved it. I loved it. The roads are big squares up there. We work up there a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It is. There's not much. I mean, all right, we have Cedar Point, and this is I'll name everything we have as far as like anything kind of attractions. We have Cedar Point, so it's an amusement park. That's only open during the summer. So wintertime, no go. All right. We have a place called Hockin Hills, which Hockin Hills is a beautiful area. It is very nice. Do you have an escapee?
Yeah, I have the pond behind me. It's a rec pond, so the snakes they all chill in it. There's a bunch of retics in it right now, but this is a berm, so you just wanted to get up. So I'll put him back in his enclosure.
Oh,
All right.
nice. Hold on.
This is tiny.
That's
This thing's
tiny.
Yeah. He's a male Burmese python. Just normal. He's beautiful.
The Kid Reptile says, I've got native skinks and frogs all over. It's adorable. Horse frogs and blue tall tails, LOL. Also saw a black rat the other day. See, we don't have any stuff like that. Like,
We have
like
rattlesnakes here.
we're supposed to at one time. At one time, we used to have the pygmy rattlesnake in Ohio. That's not a thing anymore. No,
I rescue rattlesnakes and I relocate them at like a friend's ranch, and he has like 600 acres. And there's like 20 dens that we know of, and there's more too. And then we just release them all there, and yeah, they do really good.
Nice.
And then the neighbors have 2,000 acres each, so it's all private. protected land.
Okay. So see, you can go out into your backyard and go herping, pretty much.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, all over.
my backyard, no, like I said, there's. I mean, if I opened up behind me, behind my banner, right there's a window. If I opened up the window and stuck my hand out it, I could touch my neighbor's house. Like there's no like. uh, I wish I had big open like. That's why, like I said, me and my wife wants to get out of the Ohio, man. We want to move out of here.
You'll get there.
Yeah, eventually. So, anyways, back to the questions. I'm sorry, got off on a rant, guys. Um, so how do you maintain all of your reptiles and your because you also have your what is it, the restaurant? So you're
Mhm.
the chef or the owner of the restaurant. You
I
have
have
all.
2 other business partners. Yeah.
Okay, but you still run the restaurant. You have all of those reptiles behind you. How do you still and maintain all of that work life balance?
So I've been a chef for the last 16 years. That's how I've maintained all of these animals. And then with the cooking here and and all that stuff, like, or I essentially just, I can help put like systems in place, or we can come out with a new barbecue menu, that kind of stuff. And I have a lot of experience with that. So with all that stuff, it kind of comes easy. With the animals, that's essentially just having self-discipline and consistency. Consistency. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if it's a holiday.
Right,
They
right.
don't care. And I don't have vacations. Um, and then it's hard to train people because you have so much stuff. But I am training people, and it's working out really well.
Well,
And then
nothing
I'm, a quality over quantity kind of guy. So,
right, and your
you
son
know,
helps you as well as much as he can.
yeah.
So
Oh, so much. His whole life he's been around these animals. Everybody's like, you're gonna have a cobra and a kid, or a rattlesnake and a kid, blah blah blah, and here we are. We're still going.
okay, so does your because you're married, right? And that does your wife also help with all this?
Yeah. So I'm not with my baby mama. We've been split up for a long time, but we're really good friends.
Okay,
Um, like the podcast the other day, me and his stepdad planned it out, and we all did it at the zoo and surprise Porter. That's why he was so shy.
okay,
But yeah, my girlfriend, she has 3 girls, and yeah, I mean they help tremendously, and they're learning so much, and they've already loved animals, so and they have their own as well.
okay.
Yeah. But I mean, mostly it's just everyday repetition and routine, and change the water monitor water, and feed the rock iguanas, and it's just they get lettuce and their veggies and vitamins every day, and
Right, right,
um,
right. And
yeah,
so
and then
then who's all at the facility with you on a daily basis? Is it
just
just
me and my business partners,
okay?
and then my girlfriend's here. We have a long distance relationship thing, so she's here on the weekend.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So so
I don't
you
have
do
a life.
that's what I was getting at is so you do the reptiles and then the chef thing full time. Where do you find time for yourself?
Well, I have other business partners, so they help a lot with the kitchen. So I can focus on the animals, the podcast, all this stuff, and then find time for myself. We went tide pooling today. That was fun. We'll go out on the sand dunes. But essentially, I just want to go. There's no end goal. There's no anything. It's just go, go, go. I don't sleep that much. I'm just too worried about thinking about stuff, or what's the next move, what's the next thing.
So
Yeah.
then all your reptiles that you consider your pets, of
Yep.
course. Um, is there something bigger that you have planned for your facility, your with all the reptiles? Because I know you also incorporate that with your cooking and everything. Is there something bigger that you want done with it, or are you happy where you're at?
I mean, eventually, I want to move it and do something else. I like to do. There's so many different directions I want to do. I want to, do stuff with the show a lot. I want to travel and do, different stuff like that. So if I have a different facility as well. I don't want just one. I want multiple different spots, And then, yeah, at the end of the day, they're pets. So if I'm going to have these animals anywhere from 30 to 60 plus years,
Right.
and I'm going to keep constantly growing. Because eventually, I want a crop monitor. I want some other, few key species.
Okay.
But yeah, and then with the larger enclosures, especially with the snakes, it takes a lot of room. So multiple facilities is a must. And whether
Right.
that, houses or
Right.
public spaces or whatever, however it works out in the future. But
All
I
right.
think that, and then, breeding on the side project, like, Dumerals boas that I have going right now, or hognose, or, the redfoot tortoises just breed for fun because they live together.
Right. And you also keep monitors and every other species. You said you had rock iguanas as well.
Yep. Yeah, I have rock iguanas. I have a rhinoceros iguana. I have some Grand Cayman and hybrid iguanas. They're
Okay.
really cool. And I've had them as little babies, so they're training up and being socialized really nice.
Well, could we see some of the rock iguanas and the rhino iguanas?
Yeah. Let's see if he's out. I'm going on a little adventure. Oh, he is out. He flipped over his food dish. Here we
Because
go. Here's little Ringo. This is my rhinoceros iguana named Ringo. Hey, bud. Here, how do I get you on camera? There we go. Hey, he's cute. I've had him since a little baby. I got him my first reptile show I ever went to. And he's about
he's beautiful.
6 right now. 5.5, 6. And yeah, he's met so many people. So many people. It's crazy. And he's he'll get about double this thickness, about another foot in length. And yeah, he'll be sexually mature at 15 years old. Crazy.
And how old is he now?
I guess like fully, not sexually mature. I guess fully grown at 15 years old.
Okay.
He's 5.5, 6.
Okay.
And
So
then I
he's
have this. Yeah. And this is a 98% Grand Cayman iguana, is what I was told. His name is Zach. And they're a CITES protected species, so you can't have 100% of these. And then usually it's really blue. The light's just making it not blue.
okay. They're beautiful animals, man. Beautiful animals. It's
Then I
such
have
a
another one. I'm going to show you one more. I have my female Grand Cayman hybrid, which is right here. Her name's Emily. Hi, girl. She's really sweet. And then you just work with the animal behavior and socializing them and stuff. And you could tell I'm petting her and she's not closing her eyes. So she trusts me. Hi. What are you doing? But she half closes her eyes. Yeah, she'll fun. She'll come out and climb on me. And it's a whole lot of fun.
She is beautiful, man. You got some beautiful animals and
And
some
then
beautiful enclosures. Like I
the
love
research
that
is showing-
setup. Like, ooh, nice retake sitting there.
Thanks.
And
It's a lot of fun.
that's just your rec pond for what? All
Yeah,
your
so like if I change water monitor out, water, I'll use this water in here, and then there's like fish in here. Let's see, can I flip this little sucker around? Nope, that's not it. Here we go. So you can see there's fish in here. I have like blue-eyed, leucistic suckerfish. There's different, I don't know, morphs of suckerfish, the Platosonus.
right.
There's also lots of different fish that live in here as well. But I also like if the snakes need to shed, they like running water a lot, so they'll come in here and drink and shed. Here's another one in here. So I'll just put them in here during the day. They'll be able to swim around. It's a circular pool. And then back to the monitor thing. So if I use it for water, I have wood in here and stuff, and it creates tanninites in the water, so it helps make it brown, and that makes it antiseptic. So that way it's healthier for their skin, essentially.
And the general just said he needed one mark for my Mata setup. And general, I was thinking the same thing. Like that would be beautiful for his Mata, like with the tannins and everything, because they need that.
I can help you set up a pond.
And yeah, you got a beautiful
too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, imagine it is, especially just being able to have your retic sitting out like that, man. Kind of because you hear a lot of people be, oh well, I let my snakes free roam, in their house and everything. That's completely different than free roaming, man. That's them just chilling in their favorite spot, and you could tell that's their favorite spot.
Yeah, and then these two are shedding, so I just have them extra right here, and that's why they're kind of just content. And then they just go back in this enclosure. And I've never had an issue. I never feed or anything in there. They all come out in separate tubs.
Yeah,
If they breed and are laying eggs, they go in different enclosures, stuff like that. So
yeah, and Wayne says that facility is wild, always something new to look at, and I agree with that. I can sit in there all day long and just hang out.
that's awesome. I do have my anacondas too. Let's see.
And Mark from Untamed and Unhinged Mark, what kind of retic was that? Untamed and Unhinged would like to know.
I am not sure. I got that one as somebody's surrender pet, and I have no idea what kind it is. But if you know, let me know. But yeah, this is my anaconda tank right here. And so I have a yellow anaconda and then a green anaconda. Then I didn't realize anacondas were social, which is crazy. And then this snake always comes out to me. It's so much fun. Come on. Her name's Athena. But yeah, she's my green anaconda. And she's easily met hundreds of thousands of people. Come on. And then this is just a display case that I put on top of a 125 fish tank until they all grow it.
Man, that is still a beautiful setup, though.
But yeah, these are like my favorite species of snake. They're so intelligent, so smart. It's insane.
Yeah, General. I'm going to come and sleep in the facility. I would never leave. I would never leave. And Brad said the same thing.
I want to go to the Show Me Reptile shop. I keep seeing that. I'm like, I'm jealous. I want to go there. Yeah, this girl loves the chill. So.
Oh, and she's still a baby. Still.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
I got her when she was so tiny. So tiny. She'll just go in the water. She loves it. And then she gets to exercise really good and swim, and they just go.
Now, did you think up all this, the whole setup like you did, or did somebody help you with that? So wow.
Nope. This is a whole long process of I rented a house I think 9 years ago, and somebody told me I can't have fish inside the house because of water damage. And I'm like, what? They're like, it's on the contract release. I'm like, can I put them outside? And they're like, yeah. So I put my fish outside in ponds, and it was in Bend, Oregon, in Central Oregon, where it gets negative degrees. Like the coldest it got was like negative 17. And I insulated the ponds and everything, and yeah, I did great. I was able to have my tropical fish outside for a long time.
Like, yeah, that facility there is a lot of people's dream facility, Mark. Yeah, like you are living a lot of people's dreams just with that rec pond alone. That's gorgeous. And then the setup you got
and then the thing with this facility is the county it's in, it doesn't allow venomous snakes. So I can't have like my cobras, my rattlesnakes that I can't have them here. So they're in a different county where they're legal. So, and then I eventually want to get into mammals. So I want like a porcupine. I want a whole bunch of different things. And so I'll need like a different place, if that makes sense, for that kind of stuff. So that's essentially the goal, is to have like pet porcupine and have people be able to interact with it. Because I have friends like at Grandma Rose's Petting Zoo in Prineville. You can go there and play with porcupine or like a kangaroo or an armadillo. I mean, there's so much stuff. It's crazy.
All right. Well, real quick, Mark, I am going to go ahead and pay some bills and play a couple of sponsorship videos.
Yes, please.
everybody. It's your boy, Peter from Reptile. Show me Reptile.
So, all right. With that, Mark,
Why you
you
sound like me?
yeah,
They're fun. As long as it's responsible, it's fun.
yeah, of course.
Oh, my girlfriend.
And I have a couple species. I don't just keep ball pythons, but I don't have nothing like that. Like that would be my dream to have something like that. Now you were talking about you're going to want more mammals and stuff like that. Now, do you plan on maybe having tours of your facility, or maybe turning it into something like what Brian Barczyk did, or what Snakes Discovery did?
Honestly, I want an Ohio fish rescue kind of setup where you have the big swimming pool in the middle, and then I want like a lot of reptile cages on the side of it, if that makes sense. And then that way you could take a water monitor out, you can take it right into the pool, you can interact with it if you want to, or just let it swim. Same with like an anaconda, stuff like that, and then just easily be able to put it back, and then they can get daily exercise, all that stuff, while being in captivity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes it complete sense. And yeah, I know who Ohio Fish Rescue is, and they do have an amazing setup with that pool and all those giant monster fish that they got in there, and some very rare fish as well. Like they got a lot of albino stuff that nobody else has. So yeah, having a setup like that would be amazing. Now Brad asks, how can we find you, Mark?
You can find me on Facebook, Mark Anderson, or Instagram at Water Horse, and it's WATA Horse.
Now,
And then the Show Me Reptile Network, of
yeah,
course.
I was going to say, don't forget about your own podcast there, bud. And
Yes.
but I've noticed we've been going on for about 45 minutes, and it doesn't seem like 45 minutes at all. But do you have anything else you would like to talk to the viewers about? Anything special? Because you did on your last podcast, which I watched, you were talking about maybe taking a trip here soon.
Yeah. Lots of different future plans in the works. But I do have a question for you before I forget it.
All
What's
right.
your whole end game with all of this?
My end game with all this, what are you talking about? The reptiles or the podcast?
Just what you're doing in general.
Well, my end goal with the podcast, and the network is I would like to see a place where you can tune in and watch your favorite show without having to go through all of the struggle of searching in on YouTube. I kind of want this to be more of a channel than a YouTube thing, if that makes sense. Kind of like, let's say, channel 36, or the Cartoon Network on cable. You want to watch Dexter's Laboratory, you go to Cartoon Network. You want to watch, let's say, the Rugrats, you go to the Cartoon Network. What I'm saying. I want the same for this. So if they want to watch Mark Anderson, they know where to find him. If they want, and to build something bigger, that way when we all go to a show, let's say we go to a Show Me show, the entire place is packed with the podcasters. Like you know what I'm saying is, imagine going to Tinley and one whole aisle of Tinley being nothing but Show Me Reptile podcasters, and that. that would be for me amazing. Now with my reptiles, my end goal with that is I would just like to have my own facility. I not so much of like Justin or Billy or anything like that. Just a facility that I can house my animals in and do something similar that you're doing.
Do you want
Some
any other animals?
huh?
Do you want any other animals?
Eventually, yes. But where I'm at, I don't have the room. That's why I would like a facility. That way I can say, all right, well, I have this big facility. This is for my breeding. This is for my play, you
Let me
know,
tell you, you have a facility. It's not even big enough.
no.
Need a
But
bigger one.
that would be my end goals for everything. And I also have my perfect storm project, which I talked about on previous podcasts, on other people's podcasts, about my 16 recessive, which that come about to me in a dream. So that is my dream snake. And it's the 16 recessive. It sounds crazy for being a ball python breeder, 6 recessives, like, wow, that's the odds of that. But like I said, it's something that I dreamt of because I don't know if you've heard the story, but when I first got into keeping ball pythons, I think I owned 3 at the time. I had a dream that one of my ball pythons got out of its enclosure and crawled underneath my house, right? So I crawled underneath the house to retrieve my ball python, right? Well, it was kind of buried in the dirt. You know how the ball pythons bury themselves underneath their coconut husk or whatever substrate, right? So it was kind of buried as I was digging the ball python out of the dirt in my dream. And I still remember the dream today. But as I was digging it out, I was pulling out handfuls of like different ball pythons, like it wasn't mine, right? And I was just handfuls, and like so I started putting them in this container and took them upstairs and started showing my wife and that. Well, I pulled out one, and that was like, oh well, this is my favorite, and she was like, well, what is it? And I rattled off in my dream 6 different recessives. So that's my project from there on out. Like it came to me in a dream. I have to follow it.
That's awesome.
So, but with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. And remember, with hard work, determination, and positivity, your dreams too can become a reality.
Thanks, you beautiful people. You're awesome.